to Dyson Days. If you've never been here before, I'm Madison.
And I'm Mark, and this is Dyson Days.
Woo! Yeah, today's video we are going to show you guys how we have created Theodore's nursery and how we've changed the apartment for an upcoming baby.
Yeah, and you may not know, we are expecting our first baby 3 days ago now. So,
Yes.
yeah, it could be any moment, even during this video and tour of the apartment and nurseries. So, yeah.
Yeah, my water could break.
Yeah.
At any moment.
Pretty much.
That's funny. The video will also be a little bit about parenting, or not parenting, we're not parents yet.
Preparing for parenting.
Preparing for parenting. But first we'll show you around, and then we'll meet back here to chat with you about how we're preparing.
Yeah. All right.
So you guys have already seen the nursery and how we've transformed our guest bedroom into Theo's room. Let's go ahead and check out the master bedroom first. So let me flip you guys around. That's not working. Here we go. Okay, we're turned around. Here is the bassinet for Mr. Theo. This one is Design Dua. So pretty and hand weaved from out of the country. I can't remember what country specifically, but it's so pretty. I think it'll be really fun if we ever have a girl too and she can play with it eventually, like with dolls and stuff. So that's why we wanted to go with that cute bassinet, which I will eventually move here beside the bed. Let's see. So we have one of our changing stations here, which will be nice and convenient. We have the hatch. I've heard great things in that it was an essential. So I actually use it already for sound. And he's not here yet. It's wonderful. So in our first changing basket here beside the bed, I just put diapers. These are funny but needed. These are PPTPs for all the needs with a boy. I've heard that will come in handy. And then these are just changing pads that I can pull out. Let's see. Burp cloths. And then some stuff for me. This is like a pad that I can put on the bed for now before baby comes in case my water breaks. Put wipes in there. I'm sure I will find more things that I need eventually. And I also slid a full changing pad underneath the bed that I can just pop up there if I need to. So just in case, we shall see. If it's in the middle of the night, I might just want what is most convenient. So that's how our master bedroom has changed so far. If you have any suggestions, if you know I'm going to need something beside the bed, let me know in the comments because that would be super helpful. I did not clean up before this video, so sorry if it's messy. Out here in the dining room, this is where I've been working for now. That self-explanatory, you know, in case the water breaks. I have his swing out here, And here is a play pad that we just washed. So I was just letting it dry. It's super cute. So that is in this space, I should say. We can make our way over here. Mark's new office is in the sunroom. I did not give him a forewarning, so here we are. What else have I put out? Oh, okay, let's go into the kitchen. Again, did not clean up before this video, so yeah. I have out the sterilizer, which is so helpful. I've already washed bottles and binkies, and it takes 6 or 7 minutes. Super quick, which is awesome. That's pretty much all I've changed here in the kitchen. Let's go into his bathroom next. So I need to get a utility cart for shampoo, toys, washcloths, all of that good stuff. But we're starting a collection. He is definitely prepared. We have his little bath support ready to go. He won't need that right away. And then eventually he'll need one of those mats. Yeah, but this little stool I found in the dollar section at Target. So that was a good find. I still want a utility cart for organization. Okay. Oh yes, and then all of his cute little towels. Officially babyfied the guest bathroom. And then here's his nursery again. It's changed a little bit. We got a mattress and put up the blow up for my mom because she's gonna come into town for the first week, if not longer, hopefully longer. Also here in the nursery, we have another changing basket, which is awesome. So pretty much the same items here as in the bedroom. Let's see what else we have in here. I got some drawer organizers, which are just awesome. PJs, onesies. Let's see, bibs and a multi-purpose cover. Yeah, we'll start filling those up more and more, but I just think it's awesome. I can link these in the description. Absolutely love them. Just getting organized. So that is how our apartment has changed. It looks a lot different around here.
Yeah, lots of sleeping space for the baby. Yeah.
Yes.
Now we've transitioned the whole apartment, but it's also been a transition for us spiritually, emotionally. Before I say anything from my perspective, how's it been for your heart and mind throughout this process?
I'm very excited for the parenting part, the motherhood, and going into a new season together. Just, it'll be interesting to see how we navigate things and how the Lord's going to sanctify us through parenting, because he's already done many, many things through our first year of marriage. I would say I am anxious, a little nervous about the birth itself. I think naturally just a little bit, but it has made me more prayerful, and remembering that as women, we are created to birth. We're created to grow the Lord's kingdom. So with that comes birth. Our bodies are made for it, perfectly designed, and I have nothing to worry about. So the command to be fruitful and multiply would literally not be possible without women. I would say women are a pretty significant part in that aspect of God's command, and so giving birth is a big thing, but it's not an easy thing. I know for me, I want to be able to do everything for you, and when it comes to like labor and work and hard things, and so this is definitely a process that I feel like
in a very specific area, my hands are tied. Like I can't do anything there. And so that's helped me just grow in patience and trusting that the Lord will protect you throughout the process, and then do all the things you're not able to do, like informing family members about when is go time, when the baby's coming, making sure we're getting photos, making sure that the car seat's ready, making sure all of those things are in place. That way she can focus on all that's going on in that moment. And so, yeah.
But also no pressure if we forget any of those things, because our family, our friends, I know that they will give us grace if we don't tell them the second, it happens.
But I'm impatient, so I'll tell everybody
I'm sure
pretty
he'll
quick.
Be on top of it.
Yeah, we are definitely not going to be the family that gets everything right. That's one thing, and that's what you have to be patient with yourself and with each other with. But then we're also not the family that's going to wait like 2 days later and then tell everybody. So
there's no perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
So no pressure if you are expecting a baby, or if if you want to have a baby in the future and you're like, oh, I need a plan.
Yeah. If there's anything that we can tell you guys that this is the way you should do it, it would be, don't be so committed to someone else's way of doing things that it causes you to become critical of what you have and what you're doing. It's very easy when watching vlogs and watching or listening to podcasts and stuff, and if your life isn't going just like they have it on the other side of the screen, then it would be very easy to be critical of your spouse or your parents or your pastor when life's not going how the person on the other side of the screen, it seems like it happened for them. This is a cropped and edited version of our life. I mean, let's be honest. And so don't walk away from this thinking like, wow, Mark and Maddie have it all figured out. The whole point of this video is to show you guys like we're trying to figure it out. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, and use your life experiences as an opportunity to seek the Lord, and use the videos that you watch and the vlogs as some practical advice, but don't be married to it to where your life is a disappointment if those things don't come to pass like you expected. So
yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
And also there's a ton of options, which is great nowadays. We are specifically going through a birthing center, Lord willing, if everything, if I don't need to be admitted to the hospital, if baby's healthy, that is where we will be. The hospital route is awesome too. I really like the atmosphere at the birthing center. They really cater to mama and the dad's wants, needs, preferences, and they let everything happen naturally, like on your body's timing. No need to rush things so that is what made me feel the most comfortable. I felt like that is where we were led to have our baby.
Yeah, and it's been really good. We don't expect that if there's a lot of people that choose these routes and get a lot of criticism from people. And there's plenty of criticism you can go find online if you say, should I go to a birthing center? And you'll find plenty of people that disagree with that. But thankfully, if we stay off the internet, when it comes to just people we know, we've actually had a lot of support when it comes to what we're doing and how we've chosen to do that. We definitely encourage everybody to do what feels most comfortable to you. And I would say, husbands, be patient with your wives. If they want to go this route, then support them and help them in that. It's not a deal breaker if you go to a birthing center versus a hospital or doing it at your home. Like, that's an area where I would encourage husbands and wives to see where they're at. If a disagreement arises on how you want to go about the birth of your child, childbearing, then use that as an opportunity to really, really process where you are at as a husband, and from a husband's perspective, and then be patient with your wife and really use it as an opportunity to hear her, because she's the one doing the work here. It's not like the guy's really doing much outside of supporting her. I think at one point I did think, like, at a hospital, like, everything's there. Like, that's where they're going to send you if something goes awry or goes crazy. They're going to send you to the hospital. So I can see why people want to be at the hospital. Like, they have every possible solution there, right? When it comes to like emergencies, I should say. And but the fact of the matter is, for the vast majority of history, this is the way it's been, birthing center / at home. And so, and as things have advanced, it's changed and shifted. But use this phase as an opportunity to learn one another and be patient with one another. That's one of the things that, maybe not specifically with birthing center, but getting ready for parenting, we've had to learn is we have differences when it comes to just about everything. And so learning to be patient with one another's differences and not picking a battle over everything. So
yeah, I remember at the very first thought of, okay, should we go hospital route, birth center? And I think when we toured the birth center and you saw the tub, it was just a funny joke, like, oh, you can get in there with me if you want. And it's just like, there's so many different options, whatever is most comfortable for you. But the thing is, being open-minded really does help you to understand where the other person's coming from, because you may already come into the situation knowing you want this, and this done, and have a totally biased opinion, not even wanting to hear why the other person wants to go the other route. So going into it open-minded, you may find a situation that you haven't thought about better suited for you and your family. So just being open-minded, exploring your options, and who knows, maybe he'll get in the tub.
Maybe. I just being really honest, there is not much about the birth of children that excites me. Everybody says it'll be the most special moment in your life, but outside of marriage, and my response to that every single time is, we'll see. Now, do I not think it's going to be special? No, I do think it's going to be special, but I don't think that process, all of that, is going to be as profound as everyone expects that it will be for me. But who knows? We'll see. I don't want, hopefully Maddie doesn't get disappointed in me if I don't cry at the birth of our child, something like that, because
probably won't even be thinking about that.
Probably
my own emotions will be
so we think we have everything ready when it comes to the birth of the child, and then there's all the pressures that come after that, like the child being here, and there's been one verse that's been encouraging and challenging for me going into the parenting process. Once the baby's here, and even before, even right now, thinking about the idea of parenting, this verse has been on my mind. It's Deuteronomy chapter 6, and I'm going to start in verse 4 and read down a couple verses. It says, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. And these words I command you today shall be on your heart. So that in and of itself that's profound. Like love the Lord your God with everything in you, with everything. That's a challenge. And then he takes it a little bit further in verse 6. He says, and these words that I command you shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise. You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. So it's all encompassing. Like the word of the Lord should be everywhere in everything, but an emphasis even so on your children, that it should be what you talk about. It should be everywhere on your doorposts, written on your hand. And that's been a challenge because I've never felt this kind of pressure. There's a burden to get the gospel out, to teach the youth at church, to disciple. But when it comes to the command that the Lord gives to your own children, it's been at moments overwhelming, and at the same time I've seen the Lord be faithful in my life and your life and others, that in that sense it becomes encouraging that the Lord is faithful, and so he honors and shows favor to those who honor him. And so that's our hope and our goal when it comes to parenting, is that we would be obedient to the Lord, that we would be faithful to his commands, and that we would be diligent, that it wouldn't be just a weekly Sunday type thing, but that we would be diligent with our children on a daily basis. So it's an encouragement and a challenge, all kind of wrapped in one. And so, but we've been reading a really good book. We have a couple books, two that one we haven't gotten to yet, which is titled The Faithful Parent, and we may put a link in the description. But one that we've been spending most of our time on is What the Bible Says About Parenting by John MacArthur, and that's been really good for practical advice and spiritual advice, because a lot of books they emphasize one or the other, or they skim over spiritual and focus so much on practical, like daily living and stuff. And this book's really good because it looks at the gospel and the essential need for that, but then also some practical everyday stuff that you need for the rearing and raising of your children. So
yeah. This new season, we are now put on a mission to minister to our children. Yeah, and so there's a lot of biblical content for the parent, for the couple. Early on you have the command to be fruitful and multiply, and then you have these commands here to teach your children the way of the Lord. And all throughout Scripture, there's many texts and many themes that encourage the couple or the parent. If you're a couple and you can have kids, or you have the ability to adopt, there's commands in Scripture for that. There's exhortations there, and we may have to do some break off and some different videos to really spend some time on some of these biblical themes. That's what we're here for. We're not just here to give y'all, although it is fun to give y'all daily or weekly or monthly updates on our life as it's going. We're here to be a resource for you guys to be able to grow, to be able to develop in the Lord. And if the Lord uses us in that process, then praise be to God. Because that's our hope. Our hope is that God would be praised through our life, and then also your life. We want to be conduits and instruments of mercy. And if this is the means that he uses, then awesome. So. Yeah. And if you guys have suggestions of resources, books,
yeah, absolutely,
teachers, sermons that you think would be helpful for us, we would love to hear those too.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick before we finish, what are you most excited for on the spot? What are you most excited for after the child's here? What stands out? Like, this is what I can't wait for.
When Theodore is here, I'm excited to just get to know his personality. Because I know right away, obviously, most newborns sleep a lot, eat a lot, and repeat.
And
but as they grow up, you get little peeks into the person they're becoming. So I'm just so excited to see who this little guy is, and what he looks like.
Yeah.
Red hair, brown hair?
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, but let us know what you guys, hair color, what do you think his hair color will be? Will it be red? Will it be brown, blonde? And then guess eye color. Maddie has brown eyes. I have some days green eyes, some days really blue eyes. So it just kind of depends on the day. And so let us know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, guys. We're really glad to be able to share this moment in our life with you guys, and we hope you're encouraged, and thanks for listening to our story. So
yeah, hope you found some helpful advice.
Yeah, see y'all later.
Bye.